So you started the year in January. You were ready to go. You set your goals. You had a plan. You even knew when you were going to hit certain milestones to achieve your goals. Now, if you're going to be honest with yourself, perhaps you're not as far along as you thought you would be. And it's not because you're not trying, but perhaps with everything that is going on, all of your responsibilities, even the people you have to care for, perhaps you've lost control of your energy. Now, here are 5 power moves that are going to help you regain your energy, not only regain your energy, but also help you to protect it. Now, this portion of the video is sponsored by Sleep and Glow. The first power move is, of course, sleep. Now, when it comes to Sleep and Glow, what they have done is they realize that it's not just the amount of sleep that you get, because we all know that the more sleep that you get, the more relaxed and rested you feel, but it's the quality of your sleep. Not only is it the quality of your sleep, but it's also how you show up when you get quality sleep. So one of the things I've incorporated in my routine is the Sleep and Glow Omnia pillow, because what Sleep and Glow has realized is when you are sleeping, because a traditional pillow, you have your head on the pillow, this part of your face is smushed into the pillow. You're actually creating vertical wrinkles on this part of your face, and here. And when you do it over time, it may be a little more difficult to get rid of those wrinkles. So with the Sleep and Glow Omnia pillow, this is a 3D patented design. Now, this pillow, because of the way that it's made, if you are a side sleeper like me, you're going to put your head here, and because your face is cradled here, you're not mushing it into the pillow. Also, if you are a back sleeper, here in the center of the pillow, you can actually lay your head on the pillow, and the back of your head is cradled by the pillow. With this pillow, you can sleep in all different positions because, again, it's this 3D design. It is made out of memory foam, and memory foam, of course, molds to your specific body as well as your body's temperature. The Sleep and Glow pillow is, of course, a beauty pillow. And if you are like me, you are not only trying to get good rest, but you also are concerned about aging well. You want to age well. Because of the design, it is going to help you sleep in more alignment. Your body's going to be more aligned when you sleep with this pillow. I do have a discount code. I'm going to put it in the description down below. You also want to protect your mornings. When you start your mornings, chances are you're getting ready for work, you're getting the kids ready for school, you're starting your day doing all these things for someone else. Instead of doing that first thing in the morning, think of your mornings as an opportunity to pour into yourself. When I start my morning and I get up and I instantly look at email, I feel frantic because what I'm doing is, in addition to trying to respond to emails, I'm trying to get ready to go into the office. And I immediately start my day in this frantic mode. Instead of doing that, start your day by doing something for you. And it doesn't have to be a 5-step routine. It can be something as small as having that cup of coffee, the roast that you absolutely enjoy, or having that cup of tea, writing something in your journal, or perhaps it is exercise that you enjoy, or a walk. And if you're starting a business, but you have to go to the office because you actually work for someone else, do something related to your business in the morning. A small task, no matter what it is, that is something for you, because when you can pour into yourself, you have the energy to pour into others. The next power move is to also protect your focus. How many times have you been on Instagram or any other social media app and you say to yourself, I'm only going to spend a few minutes here looking at a video, and you start scrolling and you look up an hour later, 2 hours later or more, and you've spent all of this time focused on something that is not going to help you move your goals any further, or something that isn't really going to add a whole lot of value for you. And research has also shown us that when it comes to focus, multitasking doesn't always work either. because you're trying to do too many things. So you're not listening as well as you could. You're not performing as well as you can. So you want to protect your focus as well, because let's face it, we live in this age where everything is designed to gain our focus. And we want to focus on the right things, those things that are going to help us move our goals further along. So the next power move is to make sure that your space is decluttered. You want to protect your environment. And when you declutter the space, when you organize the space, you are going to gain energy and you're going to gain time. There was this study conducted by UCLA, and the study was on everyday living, a couple, man and woman. Now, when the woman described the space as cluttered, her cortisol levels spiked, not only just in the morning, but they were high all day long. Now, when the man described the space as cluttered, it seemed to have no effect on him. But that's because cognitively, women, we tend to think about these things in terms of how to fix it, what to do. And we all know that most of the time as women, we're doing more in our homes. But the point is this, her cortisol levels spiked. And when your cortisol levels stay high, because it is a stress hormone, that can cause health issues. It also causes you to be tired, lethargic. You don't feel like doing anything. You are depleting your energy when you're in a cluttered space. I know when I walk in a space and it seems to be clutter everywhere, I get anxious. And I get anxious because your mind cannot think about all of these things. Not only can it not think about all of these things, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to process everything. You're trying to make sense of it. Your eyes are trying to focus on all of this clutter. Get organized, whether it is where you're working, a cubicle, an office, whether it is your home. Your space has to be decluttered, because when you declutter it, you're going to gain more energy because your mind is now free to be more creative, to problem solve, and to focus. Also, you want to protect your standards. There's nothing wrong with having high standards, and powerful women know that not everyone deserves to be in their circle. Not everyone deserves to spend time with them, and not every invitation needs to be answered with a yes. Think of it this way. When you always say yes to every invitation or to every request from everybody, you are taking time away from yourself. And when you take time away from yourself, you can't accomplish the goals that you have planned for yourself. Have you ever been in a conversation and you're talking to someone? Number one, may not be the person that you really want to talk to. Number two, you walk away and you feel just depleted. It is because you've put yourself in a position where you're holding a conversation with someone that you may not want to talk with. You're probably in a place that you really didn't want to go, but you said yes to. You're thinking about all the things that you could have done if you hadn't been there. And you walk away, you feel drained. If you are constantly saying yes to everyone else, lowering your standards because someone else has put a request on you, you are going to deplete your overall energy. Those are 5 power moves that are going to help you protect your energy. We are still in the early part of the year. You have plenty of time to get your goals accomplished, but use the power moves that we've talked about here today, and leave down below some of the ones that you may be utilizing. You know, we love to keep the conversation going. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video, to share the video with someone that may like this content, and also to subscribe. As always, I'll see you next time.